just a couple of interesting pieces of news that give me a little bit of warm fuzzies, or at least some potentials. And so I want to just go over that stuff with you quick. I have learned my lesson on these things from not making the calls quick enough. So I want to just jump into this right now. A couple of things that I saw today. So I'm thinking BNB is looking pretty juicy right now. It's on the daily, looking pretty good. Stochastic RSI super low. MACD starting to curl back up, and I think that that is looking like that might be a good pickup if this is one that you add in your long-term stack. So I am actually looking at picking up some BNB coin. I've got buys laddered in from 21.1 up to the tip of that candle there at 22.030. So waiting for that one to come to me, hoping to catch some of that on a bounce play. But I keep seeing these things, and then halfway through the stream I noticed that the calls that I wanted to make aren't there anymore. So just doing this real quick right now. Next one, Digibyte, is looking like a good day to take profit, in my opinion. If this is one that you have been gotten in on, and I would say any time in the last about week or so, Digibyte is looking pretty good to take profits. It has been mooning a bit here, as we can see over the last several hours. And yeah, so anyway, I would be taking some profits. With that, I would say right now you would probably even want to set a stop loss at 366 sats, but I would be looking to ladder out some buys between then and now, just because I do see a little bit of decreasing volume, and that RSI is super run up, stochastic and regular RSI. So yeah, Digibyte, I would be looking to take some profit. Look at that, that's confirming on all smaller intervals. So I would be looking to take some profit on Digibyte. And then your favorite and mine, or at least my favorite privacy coin, Monero, also looking pretty juicy to take some profit on today. Hold on one second. Where is it? There we go. Same. That was just looking super run up. I was seeing the MACD start to curl over, and I think it looks like, unfortunately, if everybody thinks the market is going to continue to go down and Bitcoin does continue to go down, everything else will. So as I always say, take profits when they're there to be taken. And Monero has been up for the last 24 to 48 hours. So I would look at taking some profits there. Anywhere between now and about 204,000 sats. Make that 2040. So now that I've gotten those out of the way, yeah, those I just wanted to say, because I feel like the last several times I've seen calls and gotten on and been like, hey, these are things that I wanted to pay attention to, and then as I am going through my news, the calls get lost before I have the opportunity to do so. So those were there. Wanted to show you those. Also, guys, I think Cardano's looking kind of nice today. So again, only as a long-term, you know, if this is something you're looking to add to your long term, but RSI is super low all around on this. MACD starting to curl back up, and these are on the daily, and that's looking good at these smaller intervals, as you will see. So I'm thinking Cardano is looking like a decent buy today, and that is something as we have discussed many times. That's one that is a long-term hold for me, and something that I have a reasonable size holding of, and will be looking to add some to. So those are my daily calls. Those are the calls that I am making today for some short swing trades. Now let's go ahead and jump into the basics, huh? We've had another dismal day in volume. Dismal, and market cap has dropped off significantly. we were at about 256 the last time I streamed, which was just 2 days ago. Snake was on yesterday, and at that time, you know, we had about 18,000, or I'm sorry, 18 billion in volume. Currently has dropped back down into 10 billion in 24-hour volume. Not good. Not good overall money movement in the market. Bitcoin dominance still up super high, and cryptocurrency total currencies down. So that just tells me that we still have not seen bullish momentum enter this market yet. So with those calls that I have made, keep in mind those are either for adding to your long-term stack or a very short-term play. So that's what I'm saying. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm just an active trader who knows how to read a chart, and those are things that I saw I wanted to share with you guys. So let's see. Yeah, wanted to look at Wand Chain? Sure, why not? Let's do it. What's up with Wand today? RSI is awful low. I'm not liking its overall position here. This is clouding my judgment. I need to kill this Fibonacci retracement because this data is largely irrelevant right now if we're just looking at this. Volume on it has not been great in the last, 3 weeks, but it has been steady. Unfortunately, it has been steadily on the sell side. Histogram starting to curl up a little bit. That's actually looking pretty good on the 4 hour. 1 hour. I don't know if this is going to run, but it's at least holding firm. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be looking to enter a position on this right now, but primarily my thoughts on that are just because it is so low compared to all-time prices here, or at least listing on Binance. And I'm not super strong that Bitcoin is going to bounce off. You know, I think we're just going to continue to trade sideways. I actually am surprised we haven't gone down to 5 grand. I thought we were going to see 5 grand last weekend. In the 5 grand range, I should say, not necessarily 5K solid, but looks like crypto's been trading pretty sideways. I would like to see some more solid volume come in before I really recommend anything too heavy on the alts. But Wand is a decent project, and this doesn't give me a lot of confidence that it can break out, right? This looks like 1, 2, just not giving me a ton of confidence that that's going to break out. And then also on these smaller intervals, that RSI super run up on the stochastic. So I don't know if I'd get in on that for now. I think I would wait, because I think that's got further down to come. And as far as what that level would be as far as a buy-in, I can't say right now because there's not really anything to compare it to. So I think it can come down further, and I don't see any reason to buy in on it right now. There's no support that shows me what a better support time would be to buy in. So I would say on this one, you need to wait till we have a positive confirmation on Bitcoin turning around. But that being said, if this is one, it is super low against all-time prices. So if this is something that you wanted to add for a long-term stack, something for your year or two down the road, you certainly can't beat the price point comparatively. But that being said, I would not enter a position on that right now. What do I think of BTC dominance? I think it's crazy high, and I think that's because nobody's getting into the altcoin market right now. I think it's because most of the time right now, how do I say? Until Bitcoin starts to become a little more bullish, until that happens, I don't think people are going to go as crazy into the alts, which is why Bitcoin's dominance stays high. I think we'll see that start to change a little bit as Bittrex has rolled out fiat pairings for many of their currencies, which is awesome. I think the more fiat pairings, the better, in my opinion. So Bittrex has done so, and you know, as we see more fiat on ramps, Monarch token, you know, we will see more. We will see more of this kind of stuff. We will see Bitcoin dominance go down, I think, just because people will have more avenues to be able to enter the market. So anyway, that's what I think on that. And let's see. Working on a half hour here. Let's see, what else did I have to say? The calls were, guys, just in short, you can see it right on there. Monero was looking good to take some profit. Digibyte was looking good to take some profit, and Cardano was looking good to pick up. This is your fiction. I do not hold any icon. So as far as if you want to hold icon, it's definitely a decent project. I don't hold any, so yeah, that's that's pretty much it. I don't hold any currently, but I do think it's a solid project. So that's my opinion there. So yeah, let's talk about Facebook. This is pure rumor, guys. You know I love a good rumor, because buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So there's no buy to make in this situation, other than I think it's just some potentially great news for crypto in general. We know that Facebook has rolled back their ban on cryptocurrency advertising. I think there's a multitude of reasons that go into that. I think partially everybody knows their user base has been dropping off significantly over time. People think that you know, through their complicity in helping Russia influence the election, for however you feel about that, regardless of who you think should have won, the fact that foreign governments are influencing our government should be upsetting to you, no matter who you are, if you're an American. And so I think a lot of people have realized how much data Facebook is collecting and monetizing off of you, and people have just started to withdraw from that ecosystem as a result. So I think they were already feeling the squeeze of a loss of users, and I think they were definitely feeling the squeeze of a loss of revenue, because I can tell you for sure they had a significant amount of money coming from the crypto space in the form of these ICO advertising and marketing services that were going around. And I understand that they did supposedly pull it back because they didn't want people getting scammed, but I realistically think they pulled it back because they were trying to, I think it was a business move. That's what I think. So anyway, there is a rumor that Facebook is trying to acquire Coinbase. They have a secret blockchain project going on over at Coinbase. They do sort of have their own internal currency in the form of gift cards and that. And so it would be plausible for them to change to a cryptocurrency as their own internal currency. Boy, acquiring Coinbase would be a hell of a way to do it, don't you think? Acquiring Coinbase would be a massive move for crypto in general. I think it would expose a much larger audience to cryptocurrency and give them an easier way to begin to utilize it. Although there are some, like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Social Wallet. Social Wallet, you can actually trade crypto through social media channels. So again, that I think anything that will bring more widespread user adoption, or at least familiarity, is good in the long term. So again, purely speculative, purely a rumor, but there is a bunch of rumor going around. There's a bunch of rumors going around about Facebook looking to acquire Coinbase. So definitely interesting stuff. Let's see. I sold, let's see, take a look at Wan Chain. I sold last night. Looks like it continued to go down. Yeah, that's my feeling on that. I think it could go down. So I think if you sold out of that position, I would wait to re-enter that position if it were me. Cody Backs, no, I don't think that is true. I don't think that's true at all, that the second address in the Monero mixer is usually the real address. That would not really be very good. If that was a known thing, and if that was the case, I think that would be pretty easy for cryptographers to figure out, and thus making ring signatures not the most secure form of privacy coin, and I don't think that's the case, in my opinion. All right, so let's see what else. Kind of a quiet day today, huh, guys? Kind of a quiet day. Let's see. AJ Green has a vulgar comment that I'm not going to show, but my thoughts on you doing that are Whatever you're into, bro. Not not on my channel. Let's see. What else? What else? Do we have anybody chatting on Facebook? Sorry, I've been by and large ignoring Facebook because I'm really bad at looking at 3 chats at a time, and I feel like that's just terrible of me because we have a great audience over there. So I need to go bring this up and make sure I'm not missing any comments. Let's see. Survey says. No, okay. Well, I got a request for Ontology. Let's take a look at Ontology, and I think then I'm going to give away some free crypto, and then I'm going to get out of here. So look at that. Yeah, Facebook buying Coinbase. Big rumor, guys. Big rumor, but definitely could be a good thing for crypto by and large. We'll see. Jordan, what's happening on OMG? Give me a second. We can take a look at OMG as well. I will chart those two, then we'll give away crypto, and then I'm getting out of here. Let's see. All right. Oops. So, hold on. Again, I need to kill this fib because this is largely irrelevant to what I'm trying to do right now. Auto scale off. Just rewind the stream. Just rewind the stream, Johnny H. The BNB buy levels are there. I very clearly stated where I was looking at it. So just rewind the stream when it's done, or you can rewind it now. I think too, midstream. So let's see here. Because I'm trying to tighten these shows up a little bit, guys. I'm trying to keep these shows a little bit tighter. I have been Mr. Run On long show for a long time now, and I've had it pretty well dialed down to an hour, but I'm trying to get them down to like 30 to 45 minutes to be more effective and to give better information. That's my main goal. All right, let's see here. Ontology. Well, this is actually looking awesome on the 1 hour. Yeah, this is not looking bad at all, is it? So, are you looking for an entry on this? This is what I would say. This is what I would say. My entries, I would look at, I would put my first entry just above this fib level here, so 85.36. I would ladder in buys up to 86.50, and then I would set my stop loss at 85, like 85.10 ish, and right in there. That's what I would say about that right now. That's my Ontology feeling. And if you're looking for, well, if this is something you've gotten into and are looking, recommending, would I take profit if I had gotten in, what, at like 5 o'clock yesterday? Yeah. So basically, if you got in the last 24 hours, if you got in anywhere between 82.47 and 83.50, then I would definitely be looking for some profit takes, and basically I'd just be setting these at close to these fib levels. So we're already above the fib level right now, so I'd be setting, if you were in that position beforehand, I'd be setting a stop loss at about 87.15, and I would be laddering out profit takes on the way up, all the way up to the tip of these candles here, because I don't think it's going higher than the tips of those candles right now. So that's what I think about Ontology. Okay. What's happening, Boise? What's happening? Yeah, yeah. I think you have the right of it there, Boise. That's what I suspect. Is I think they had to repeal their ban because they're about to come out with a big crypto project, and they know that it would basically be super unethical to ban everybody else from advertising on your platform so that you could advertise on your platform. Very unethical, and probably something that would land Zuckerberg in more hot water than he's been in lately, so I suspect he would rather not deal with that. Okay, go for point EOS. EOS restructuring. So you guys know EOS has been a shit show, right? Pardon my language, but you guys know that it's been a disaster because of their governance structure. Basically there are 3 super delegates that get to decide on the block producing, and then if there's any discrepancies in that, then they've got a forced arbitration clause, and apparently you're being forced into arbitration without even knowing it. This is what I read, and so Dan Larimer has made a suggestion that perhaps they should restructure the nature of that arbitrator role, which I think is a good idea because, again, that's having the arbitrator does sort of make that project significantly more centralized. It's already more centralized than I would care for it to be, and so I think hopefully if they get that together, again, I still think EOS is a solid project, and I think that there's definitely money to be made trading it. But that being said, you know, it is a little more centralized than I would care to have in the blockchain, and I do think that there are some problems with the governance structure that hopefully they will work out. So anyway, that's what I think on that, is that they're restructuring it. So hopefully we will see their price action look a little bit better, but I suspect we're going to see further downside on EOS for the near-term future until they get their issues sorted out. And it's just been basically bouncing in this little channel. So you could definitely swing trade it right now. I think you could swing trade, basically just put in some buys if this is something you're interested in doing. I would put in a buy anywhere down here at around 12,000-ish. Ladder them in up to just above that fib level, and then just wait for the next bounce. Hey, what's going on, Henrique? Just want to give a big shout out to my man Trousky right there. Henrique is a very skilled and talented researcher and writer, so we're a big fan of his work, and just wanted to give him a shout out. Guys, okay, so what did I say? There was, have I ever looked at into Elastos? Yeah, in fact, we had a report come out on Elastos. I am a fan of Elastos. I've actually reached out to those guys. I'm trying to get them on the channel for an interview, so hopefully sometime in the near future we will have them on. Speaking of interviews, tomorrow, guys, I've got the COO, Frank Mung, from Helium, which is a protocol project, and that is, they call it the Decentralized Machine Network, and basically they have figured out a way to be able to mine using wireless and radio waves. So interesting stuff. I've done a little research on it, and we met them at the BEF conference, and we thought it was very interesting that they were there not trying to raise funds for an ICO at all, but just trying to get some more awareness, and had a conversation with them. I thought it sounded like an interesting project, and wanted to present that information to you guys. So come on live with me tomorrow at 5 p.m. and let's grill them. What do you say? All right, let's see. Thoughts on GVT? I was actually looking at this earlier, and so the RSI is super low. So those are 2 good indicators, and as I literally was looking at this before I got onto the stream. It looks like it might be ready to have a short bounce, but I don't know that it's going to get any higher than here. So what I would say on GVT right now, if you're looking for a quick short swing trade, I would say that you could, if I was looking to swing trade this with GVT right now, again, I would just ladder in some buys down, at the bottom of these candles here. So what, 12,850-ish, and I would put the buys in right up to the bottom of these candles here, and just see if you can catch it on a bounce. Because it does look decent on the daily for the RSI. And if you'll note here, you'll also see the histogram starting to curl up, and this is looking like it might cup, right? So that's, see this cup right here? This is a perfect example. And this is on the daily. But when it has that sharp of a turnaround, generally the price action follows suit, right? See that? So, whoops. So this is one, I mean, you could potentially look at getting in on this for a swing trade, but again, I would be cautious with it, because as goes Bitcoin, so goes the rest of the market, and I'm still not super confident that Bitcoin is breaking out anytime soon. So be careful. But I do think GVT is an awesome project. The ability for traders who think that they are the hotness to be able to issue their own token based on their credibility is kind of cool. Yeah, it's a good project. Anyway, all right. So I think that's actually going to be it for me today. So let's do some crypto giveaway. What do you say, huh? How do we do the crypto giveaway? Well, that's very simple. You need to comment down below. I think actually I looked at this. Here, it's like this. Yeah, my arm only goes so far out of the screen. But over here in the comments, in the YouTube comments, not up here in the chat. This is not where you put your ERC20 address. Down here in the comments, you put an ERC20 address in a comment. On Facebook, you like and share, and on Twitter, give me a retweet, and that will make you eligible to win. And we are giving away Tron, so everybody loves a little bit of free Tron, and if you want to be eligible to do so, to win that, then that's all you got to do. So let's go ahead and see who was doing this yesterday. So we have, this will be on Snake's video. So Facebook, 1 for Facebook, 2 for YouTube, and 3 for Twitter today. Whoops, I pulled the wrong YouTube down. There we go. So on Snake's video, we have, oh yeah, I should do the random number generator first. And turn off caps lock. Great. So 1 for Facebook, 2 for YouTube, 3 for Twitter. Close my eyes, click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Survey says 3. So it is Twitter. And we had how many? 14 retweets. You guys were active. Awesome. People want to win some crypto. So 14 retweets. So we will go 1 through 14. Close my eyes and click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Number 6. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. UD scam. Boy, is that the worst name you could possibly have when you're a cryptocurrency person? You put scam in your name? Bad move. But the good news for you is you still want some free cryptocurrency. So I will have my staff sort you out with some free Tron. Wait, did you? We need to. Yeah, they'll get in touch and get your ERC20 address, and we will get you some free crypto. So it's that simple, guys. If you want to be involved and be eligible to win, that's all you got to do. Give me a retweet on this video, retweet this video, and you'll be eligible on tomorrow's show. And like it on Facebook and share it on Facebook, this video, and underneath this video on YouTube, put a comment and you will be eligible tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the interview with Helium COO Frank Mong. And until then, keep your stop losses tight. I remain Jason from Cryptosomniac. Thank you so much for being here, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.